Hello, it's Pete Thompson, Head of Product Management at HTK, and this week we're going to be looking at campaigns in our deep dive series. Last week we looked at content, and this is essentially looking at how you can get that content in front of your customers. So we'll be looking at campaigns and triggered messages. I'm in the campaign screen, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the creation of a campaign, which is going to be a post-purchase feedback survey. So give you an idea of what's involved in creating a campaign. It's very simple, very easy to do, and if you have any questions, do get in touch. So I'm on the main screen. I'm going to open this one here, post-purchase feedback survey number 3. And this takes us into the edit campaign screen. So straight off the bat, you can give it a name. And you can also select an objective. Now, this is the way Horizon determines the success of your campaign in terms of a traffic light system it uses. So if you see here, we've selected the objective and average response. If I go to campaign objectives, we can look at what an average response is. And it's essentially, this is what I'm expecting. I expect all my messages to be sent, all of them to be delivered. I'm looking for a response rate of about 30%, an engagement rate of 10%, and success 5%. So if I go back to campaign screen, you'll see, here's an example. Here's a traffic light system here, and this is green, which essentially means this previous post-purchase feedback survey is meeting its objectives. So it's a really simple way to give some visual feedback on how your campaign is performing. Once you've done that, you select your group. Now, if you've not watched the segmentation video, I really recommend it because that gives you great insight into the personalization and segmentation. Here, we're targeting people who've made a purchase in the last 6 months. Makes sense, really, for a post-purchase feedback survey for people who've bought something recently. Type of contact essentially means we're going to create them as customers, customer records, if we have new people that engage as part of this campaign. And then there's a vanity URL. This is basically the user-friendly version of the URL that the customer will see, and if they decided to, that they could share among their friends if they'd also made a purchase and want to engage. You can also get the embed code, which if you're using a landing page as part of your campaign, you can either embed it in your website or you can have it hosted on its own URL. If you were to embed it, you click that button here and you get a couple of options, pop up or embed, and then it'll generate the code, copy that and paste it into your web page. Very simple. The main part of the campaign UI is the builder. And so this is where you create your multiple phases that can all start at different times. Here there's 2, but it's very simple to add another one. Click here, add phase, and there we go, we've got a 3rd phase. Now, what we're going to do is build out these 2 phases by selecting the message content, and hopefully you'll see how easy this is. So, first of all, and you don't have to do this in any particular order, in fact you could save it just as a bare shell and pick your messages later. But I'm going to work from top to bottom. So let's say we want to send this out on Thursday this week at 9 AM. And then you'll notice there's these phase timings, fixed or relative. If I select fixed, you'll see my phase 2 slightly changes. If I do it again on relative. And basically, as it suggests, you basically mean that each phase you want to specify the exact time that it's going to go out. So here it said 2 o'clock on the 7th. But actually I'm going to use relative, which means I'm going to say, actually let's do that, 2 days after phase 1 that it's going to send out. Now we come down to the main part of the content. So there's 2 different colours, this kind of light blue for your message and this kind of light orange salmony colour for your publications, which 9 times out of 10 will be landing pages. So let's build out the frame of what we want to do first. So here we're saying at 9 AM on the 7th of the 9th we're going to send a message. Okay, right, well the first thing we should do is probably select the content for that. If I click there, you'll see I've already pre-selected some of my survey related ones, and I'm going to use this post-purchase follow-up feedback email. And look, it's told me, well, that's an email. Great. I can also go into some advanced features if I want to, which allows me to start doing some split testing, A/B split testing. I can batch how the messages are sent, and I can dive down into the operating window of when these messages should be sent, and any times particularly you don't want them to go. You don't want your customers getting emails and SMS messages at 2 in the morning. So that's what you can do there. So there we go. So I've selected my post-purchase follow-up. Now, what I'm going to want those people to do within that email is drive them to complete the landing page. So in a similar way, I'm going to select what landing page, and it's this one here, my feedback survey. So there you go, I've already built the first phase. Now, I'm not going to populate it here, but everyone, this is relevant to campaigns where obviously you're going to have your target audience, but you may also say, well, okay, if people who aren't currently in my target audience complete this survey, this campaign, then that's relevant. I want this to be open to people who are outside of my target group, i.e. everyone else. So it could be, a good example could be you saying, I'm going to tell my target group about some new products that are coming, and they're going to be sent to a landing page to register their interest. I might want to embed that landing page in my website, and therefore anyone outside of my target group who stumbles across it and actually says, actually, no, I want to register my interest, they can, and they can be then picked up as part of the campaign. So that's what the everyone swim lane is about. But I'm just going to focus on this purchased in the last 6 months. So I'm happy now I've got my first phase sorted, but then, you know, we know what people are like. They'll be busy. Some people might not open it. Some people need a reminder. Some people may just delete it out of the bat. We want to carry on engaging and drive the maximum number of people to reach success. So in the second phase, after 2 days, I'm going to send another message. Now, what I'm going to do here, now you have the option to target contacts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the content, which is my post-purchase survey reminder. Now, obviously, anyone who's completed that survey, we don't need to remind them about it, they've done it. So I'm going to target this one at everyone who's not at success, because success for this campaign is going to be completing the landing page. Apply that. And there, so it says you're going to send the post-purchase survey reminder email to those not at success. And at the same time, I'm going to send my thanks for completing our survey to the people who have reached success. So thank you for completing it. Now, what I don't want to have to do is build a survey again here, because it's this same one that they're going to complete. So what I can do, just drag across here. And essentially we're saying that survey is active across all those phases of the campaign. And there you go, that's a simple 2-phase, quite a common campaign structure. I mean, most of our customers tend to be able to achieve their goals in 2 to 3 phases. So we're sending an email, we're following up with a reminder and a thanks, and then there's a publication there, a landing page to all those people who need to complete it. What I could also do, I could create another survey. I've not got one, but this could be to people who've already completed it. And what you might do here is they may have forgotten, they may go back in and go, oh, I'm going to complete this again. And you can show a message that says, hey, you've already completed this, no need to do it again. And then target them with some other content. So you can get very detailed as you like. And the great thing about this is you can add phases to existing campaigns. So if you're running a 1-phase campaign, the engagement scores aren't looking that great, you may add another phase to encourage better engagement. So that's how you build one. Now what I'm going to go and show you is one that's been run, a little test campaign of the real-time stats that you can get. So if you open this one, it's going to be very similar. This is an active one. So below the campaign builder, you start to get some stats. You get some stats on each of the messages there. So there's 3 different messages, 2 as part of phase 2 and 1 as part of phase 1. And you can see progress on those. You can drill down further if you wish and go into a breakdown of the message sending. So the contacts in the group, how many have received the message, any links that they were clicked, and who was in the target group. And also, if we drop down the statistics, you get a little funnel chart which shows you the amount of people it's been sent to, who's responded, who's engaged, and who's reached success, and some conversion stats as well. So you get some great real-time stats in there that give you an indication of how your campaigns are performing. So that's campaigns. I finally just want to cover triggered messages. So campaigns are obviously really part of your strategy. You probably plan them every 3 months, build them out, your content's there, and it's a set of campaigns you're going to send on a regular basis to different segments. Triggered messages is where in real time you can send a message based on an event happening. It could be a customer enrolling in your loyalty scheme, it could be a customer's birthday, it could be their anniversary that they've been a customer, they could have earned some more points, they could have redeemed a reward. It's real time, more context, better personalisation. So you can see here a list of the ifs, if you like. So if a loyalty member is approaching a new reward tier, then send them a message right away, and that message should be the approaching a new rewards tier message. So to add one, it's very, very, very simple. So your if is basically the things that could happen, and there's a massive list of things that could happen. We can even track when people's life cycle stages change, which I might do. So if a loyalty member's life cycle stage changes from active to about to lapse, which is an important event, you want to capture that, you might want to send them a message. It could be a re-engagement message to say, hey, we've not seen you for a while, why don't you come in, we've got some great offers, we've got some great rewards that you might like. So I'm going to select that message. I think I've got one of those. If I type engagement, I've got a re-engagement message here, yeah. Select that, and then you can say when you want that message to go. So right away would be the minute that customer's life cycle changes, that message will go right away, in an hour, tomorrow, in 5 days, 7 days, or some custom time. I can save that, and there we go. That's it. You've got triggered real-time messages going off when the members and customers and things happen. You can have multiple different messages going off the same event, so you can build kind of then real-time staggered campaigns in a way. But this is a really powerful way to engage with customers at the right time, in the moment, on the right channel. So that message content is the same kind of message content you can send in your campaigns, but obviously the trigger, i.e. when it goes, is related to when the customer does something, or an event has happened, the amount of time has passed. So I hope you found that useful. Again, if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments section, or do get in touch with us here at HTK. We'd be more than happy to give you a personal demo of more information about campaigns and messaging, and any other bit of information you've seen in any of the videos. We'll see you next time for another deep dive video. Thanks very much.